Do you believe in equality?
What do you mean?
Just equality. Like today's where like equality between men and women.
No.
Why not?
Because I think that there's a place for a man and there's a place for a woman. The today's idea of equality, because I feel like it's dumb.
Okay.
I think you're stripping the women of the quality of a woman for the power of what a man has, which is great, woo-ha, but I would not want to be a man. I would not want to be in the position that a man is in. And of course we could sit here and say this is a man's world, but men also have, within a man's world, men also have issues that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Exactly. Hello guys, and welcome back to New Gen. I see you. It's a pleasure for me to have you guys back here again. I'm with my sister Deborah.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's a pleasure to have you here. It's your first time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's your first time. Today is your first time, but
Yeah.
you already did a couple videos with us.
Mm-hmm.
And please, guys, subscribe, share, and like the video. That's how you help us. Please subscribe, because we've been noticing that you watch the video but you don't subscribe. Please subscribe. It's free, and we'll that's how you actually help us to grow. So today we wanted to talk about something that I heard you say in the conversation, and you were like, you shouldn't be doing anything for a man until you get married. Is that, am I correct? Or
yeah.
So what's your idea behind it? Like, what's your reason?
I think that is within the role of a wife.
Okay.
And before you've made me a wife, I don't think that it is my responsibility, just as a responsibility to do that for you, but also I don't think it necessarily sends a good message. And not to say that, like, oh, you want the guy to marry you, so you need to do this, but it's just like, I'm not here to, I guess, be your maid in a way, or take care of you, especially if you're a grown man. Why am I going out of my way to do that? Even if I love you, there are certain roles. Yeah, there are certain roles within a wife that is reserved for a wife.
So what are you?
And since I'm not your wife, I'm not going to do that.
So what are you expecting to do as a girlfriend? Just, I'm not saying girlfriend, but I mean in the first part of getting married, because we're probably Christian, we don't really believe in the girlfriend, boyfriend thing. But if you are vetting someone and you guys are in some type of relationship, like serious relationship, where you guys are trying to move on and move forward until marriage. So what are the things that you expected to do as a potential wife?
As a potential wife,
yes.
As in, like, you mean like we could say girlfriend stage, right?
Well, yeah. You can,
the talking stage or girlfriend stage.
Yeah. What are you expecting to do?
Nothing.
Nothing. So okay.
Because I feel like at that point we're getting to know each other. I don't even know if I want to spend the rest of my life with you, let alone cook for you. So if I don't even know if I'm ready to spend the rest of my life with you, why am I cooking for you?
So at which point do you think you're gonna be able to cook for him?
Fiance. But even then, it's not like I'm coming over to your house to cook for you. More like I cook, you come pick up the food. You come pick up like a plate that I packed for you or something.
Okay, so how would he know that you're able and capable of doing the rest of the job? Because
you'll see.
How am I gonna see?
You'll see once you marry me. and if this is I don't believe in this fallacy of, oh, I have to see you first or vet you out first try it out first before I a test drive before I no. It's either you take it or you leave it. You take me at my word. Me as a Christian, I try to be honest. So I'm telling you the honest truth. I know how to cook. Or I know how to cook certain dishes. There's some things that I can work on if we get into that conversation, if that conversation comes up. If that's a true concern of yours that I know how to cook, okay, yeah, I know how to cook certain dishes. There's others that I'm not that great on, but I'm learning. I'm getting better. And with time, of course, I will be better. So I feel like that's up to you to just take me at my word and trust that I'm able to not only cook, but clean.
So would you do the same thing with for a man, meaning if he tells you, I can take care of a family, I can provide, I can do this, I can do that, would you consider that as something that you can believe word for word?
Yes, because when we're talking about not even like just the cooking perspective, when we're talking about men like saying that, oh, I'm a provider, or beyond being a provider, that I'm a family man, there are traits and characteristics that will show that. So even with cooking, like I can tell you that I can cook, but you've never tasted my food, so you would never know. But if I say that I'm bringing you a dish that I cooked, then you have some type of understanding. Maybe I bought it from outside, but you're choosing to believe me at my word. So it's the same thing with me choosing to believe you at your word because of the things that I've seen. The way that you treat your mother, your sisters, your brothers, your father, the way that you treat the loved ones around you, your friends and your family, and also your entourage. Who are the people that you surround yourself with? Who are the men, your best men? Basically, the men that you can call in the middle of the night if anything is a problem, and they would be there at your beck and call. Who are those people? Are they people of a stand-up character? Are they people with a solid background of integrity? Okay. That's what I'm looking for in observation process.
Okay, that's awesome. Do you believe in equality?
What do you mean?
Just equality. Like today's word, like equality between men and women.
No.
Why not?
Because I think that there's a place for a man and there's a place for a woman.
Wow, I didn't expect that. Well, I did expect that, but not.
No, I don't believe in the today's idea of equality because I feel like it's dumb.
Okay.
I think you're stripping the women of the quality of a woman for the power of what a man has, which is great. Woo-ha, but I would not want to be a man. I would not want to be in the position that a man is in. And of course we could sit here and say this is a man's world, but men also have, within a man's world, men also have issues that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Exactly.
They have to be viewed as the providers. They have to be viewed in a masculine role. And I don't know, y'all can call me a pick-me. I just feel like...
You're a pick-me.
I guess you could, and it's not even like pick-me. It's just like logic. Like if you sit back and you think about it, men have responsibilities. The type of man that I'm thinking of, a stand-up man that is actually like God-fearing, works hard, and just has an integrity of a character, is going to be one that I don't want to trade. Like I take examples straight like from the people around me. So like my dad, I would not want to be a man because of the man that I see my dad being. Because of the character, the characteristics that he has shown, the challenges that I've seen him face. Even if he doesn't speak it, I observe and I see it, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. I wouldn't want to be responsible for 5 women for the rest of my life. I wouldn't want to have to be the go-to for my mother and my father. I wouldn't want to be the go-to for my siblings and like the people around me, be seen as a responsibility figure just because of me being a man. Whereas if I was a woman and had the same exact thing, it would be completely different. So no.
Okay, I see what you mean. So I will flip it a little bit so we can get this through real quick. What are the things that is expecting from the man once you start a relationship?
As in marriage?
No.
Like a relationship?
Boyfriend, yeah.
I don't.
Remember, you say nothing for a woman, so.
I don't really expect much from a man.
Much meaning nothing.
Yeah, like
we're just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. Of course, like you ignite like the talking process.
Okay,
so you see me and you want to, and of course I reciprocate in saying like, oh yeah, I'm interested too. Let's see where this goes.
So let's say boyfriend and girlfriend. Then. So what are the things that that is expecting from a man, which is already your boyfriend? Remember, you say nothing for a girl, so just say nothing.
You really?
Be honest with yourself, though.
Because I feel like there's more. Okay, so maybe I'll take it back. I don't mean
you're gonna mess my plan.
You're saying it as when I said nothing about women, I was talking about in the aspect of
cooking, cleaning, and doing exactly what I mean.
Cleaning. Exactly, because that's not all a woman can do in that sense. I'm not gonna be cooking and cleaning because I feel like that's something that you unlock when you marry me.
Okay.
For right now,
so since the man is not mainly the one who cooks and clean, so what are the things that he's expected
he's the
to
one
do?
He's the one who cooks and cleans, or
no, he's not expected to do the cooking and the cleaning. He's expected to do certain things,
exactly.
which is provision, protection,
and provision, protection, all of that.
Yeah, all of that guidance or whatever. So then, since he's only your boyfriend, what are the things that he's expected to do?
Nothing really.
So let's put it on a scenario. For example, you walking down the street with your boyfriend, and something happens, meaning someone snatch your purse and start running. Since he's your boyfriend and nothing is expected from him, what do you think he should be doing?
Now that's beyond being my boyfriend and just being a man. Like within a man role.
I see now.
Yeah.
You as a woman, you
as a man, you always have that protective nature, regardless.
Oh,
like,
you have.
It's not just something that is expected
you
of
have
my boyfriend.
If
I'm walking down the street with you as my big brother,
if
a guy comes and hits me, you're not gonna say anything to the guy.
No, if I'm your big brother, I will expect you having your nature as your nature, meaning you having the nurturing nature, which is your nature. You brought up the nature. My nature is to protect. Your nature is to nurture. So would you nurture for me? Exactly what I said.
What do you mean?
Cooking and cleaning.
No.
Why?
Because listen. I
Is
feel
it a
like
double standard?
that's no. It's not a double standard because I feel like in the dynamic there's different situations within a relationship. If we are boyfriend and girlfriend, you live by yourself. Yeah. I live with my parents. I'm not going out of my parents' house to come and cook for you. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing it. And it's not because I'm of anything else other than the simple principle that I'm not your wife. That's the wife's job.
Would it be okay?
If you wanted me to cook a meal, like there's something that you really, really craving and you can't cook it by yourself, and I have said that I could throw down with some mac and cheese and some barbecue ribs.
You see, now
I'll cook up some mac and cheese, barbecue ribs, and send it to you. I'm not coming to your house.
I'm not saying you have to come to my place to cook, but you as a woman, you are expected to act in your nature. Meaning, if something happens between you and I while we are walking down the street, I'm expected to do something because I'm my nature is to protect you.
Well, yeah, okay. Then I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, you expect that from me, and it's not because you are my girlfriend or something. None of it. It's even worse if you're my girlfriend.
Yeah,
you expecting even more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But then if we put it on the side of the woman, then we have to,
Okay, so if in that part, I'm not okay. So let me really take back what I said about nothing. I wouldn't cook or clean, but I would still, as a nurturer, I would still
cook and clean.
No. Don't leave the woman at face value. Okay, so I would still push out the best in you. Because I feel like that's
out the best in me?
Push out the best in
I would kill myself for you if you push out the best in me.
Hold on. Hear me out. I feel like women, beyond just like the 9-month process of giving birth, they are incubators. You give them something and they'll turn it into something much, much greater. Yeah. So you as a man coming to me from year 1 to year 4. We've been together for 4 years. From year 1, you didn't really have a dream. You didn't really have goals. You didn't really know what you want to do. By year 2, you know what you want to do, but you don't really have the things of how to do it, the goals to do it, the motivation. By year 3, you have that. By year 4, you're already on your track to completing it and meeting those goals because of me. And it's not necessarily to say that
because of you.
Yeah, because of me in the sense that I helped you nurture that. If it wasn't, not to say that if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be that. I feel like it would take a lot longer. And that's why the Bible says that women are there as helpers for the men. Men have the vision, the goals, the idea. But with women, women help men to like bring that idea to birth, bring that into fruition, and sometimes even add onto it and make it much greater than what you primarily thought.
I think it's more in a family sense that the Bible talks about, not in a. I mean, it's more noticed in a family sense.
What do you mean?
Meaning the woman is a helper of a man in the family, more in the family area, meaning raising the kids, taking care of the family, and things
I think it's all over.
No,
I think it
because if it was all over, then you would have all the great inventors and creators naming the woman that helped them.
Because they had a wife. Some of them.
You know, the scientist doesn't really.
Of course, some of them were single.
Yes.
But even if they were single, they had a woman in their life. Whether that be romantically or platonically, a friend
but if you look
that would help. And I'm not saying that every man needs one, but I'm saying that when a man has one.
No. I'm not saying that it's not important to have a. I know that's not what you're saying, but I'm saying it's important for a man to have a woman. But you know, the part that the woman helps the most is in the house. Meaning in the household, like the foyer, right? It's not really much in the like the professional side of things.
I think that
because
you're wrong with that.
A
good woman, a woman.
Hear me out. If it was the case, then you would have exactly just like I said, you would have multiple inventors and creators and all those great, musicians and everything naming or mentioning the women that they were with or they were intimate with.
Okay, and some men, but that's
the majority of them.
I think no. I'm not saying that they even need to mention the woman. I'm saying that the women.
Do you think it's not a myth, like someone say like to have comment on dit ça encore, like behind a
great woman, great man is a woman.
It's a myth.
I don't think it's a myth.
It's not biblical. It's not. You can't find it anywhere.
I think it is biblical. I think when the Bible
is biblical, where
I think it is biblical when the Bible talks about the woman being the helper of the man. I don't think it's just for the foyer.
No,
I think it goes. I think it goes way beyond that. Helper is not just like cook, clean, make sure that the kids are okay. I think that it goes beyond that because. Even if I'm not in the office with you,
you're in the office with me.
No.
See,
no.
The decision will be taken right away. You're
See,
not there.
You're thinking I feel like you're thinking of it at face value.
Yes.
I'm thinking of
which
it
is logical.
You are in the office, right?
Yeah.
And you have a problem.
I have a contract that I have to sign.
You have a contract, but there's something that.
I had the contract. I read it. I understood it.
Exactly.
I have to sign it.
No, but I'm making a scenario.
Oh, okay.
You have a contract, or you have not even a contract, just a problem at work.
Yeah.
You as an engineer, you have that engineering mind, you know how to solve problems, but there's still something that you need help with, and it could be very simple that you might not have thought of.
Yeah.
And you come home and you're like worried about the problem. You might not even say it to your wife, but she might indirectly help you solve that. I don't know if you
an engineering problem.
Not like an engineering problem like physics and
that's the problem that you named.
XYZ. No, but I mean like
the house
through
household
through her
actions. The nurturing nature would put me in a position where I would calm down and probably would think straight.
Yeah,
she helped me with the nurturing part, which is the household.
No, but that's Claudia. The household is not a woman's nurturing nature does not start and end at the household.
No, it doesn't stop and end in a household, but I'm saying that in the way I'm not gonna say the way it was designed, but I would say the nurturing part of the helping that the woman brings to a man's life, it's more. Keyword more, not all, but more. But there's some other, elsewhere. But the majority of it is in the household. Meaning, if you want to see the great creation and all those Tesla and something, Microsoft, iPhone.
I
You know
think-
what I mean? Maybe you're thinking about small stuff, which is just creating a business and you consulting your wife and you guys, oh no, don't do it.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking.
When you talk,
I feel like we're saying the same thing, but in different ways.
okay.
I think so. I think I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I get it. Like, yeah, so like your wife in being nurturing at home can help
influence you.
Yeah,
to
influence
make
you to
better
see
decisions.
it. And that's basically what I mean. Like, beyond me being a person who cooks and cleans.
But you don't know it. That's what I'm saying. You're missing the point. Like, well, you're not missing the point, but you giving me your nature, which is nurturing and caring and everything. The effects that I will receive from it would change my mindset. It would change my decision. It would change. You doing your part, which is the nurturing part. What it happens here in my mind is completely out of your control. You know what I mean? You giving me what you're giving me, which is what you are.
I feel like with intention. When you're intentional about something, regardless, it's gonna.
If I have a problem at work and you're giving me
outcome.
nurturing, how do you think it's gonna help me solve my problem? Like engineering problem, you're giving me nurturing. Let's just say, okay, I have this problem of physics.
Okay.
You know, you see what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Hope with your nature, with your nurturing, with your caring, hoping that it's gonna give me some balance in my way of deciding or something, decision or something.
Yeah.
But you're not doing it to influence my decision for the problem. You're doing it because you are giving me what you are, the nurturing, the caring.
Yeah.
But then the effects of it will push me to do better things here.
Exactly. And that is my job as a girlfriend.
No, you. All right, sure.
that I feel like that within a girlfriend.
So
it's
those
not
are
necessarily my job.
Yeah.
That's because some women wouldn't even do that.
Yeah.
But that's what I think that beyond me cooking and cleaning and giving you that access of like that part of me, I would be a nurturer. I would be someone that is.
And my point was, you are a nurturer. That's your nature, and that nature is not switch on, switch off.
Exactly.
You are nurturing because you are nurturing and caring, right? So then if we are in a relationship, I'm protective and provider or whatever. I'm not going to provide for you right away, but let's say, for example, we'll
yeah,
go
of
to...
course, I'm your girlfriend.
Yes, you're not,
buy me a car.
Exactly. But the part that I'm expected to do as a provider is when we go to a dinner and you expect me to pay.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you have some type of expectation that is linked to my nature. You see what I mean? I don't let it sink in for a second.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But on that subject of like the specifics of like a relationship, I think I don't know how you're gonna see this, but I think that when a person asks someone out, beyond you being a man or a woman, if you ask me out and I get out of my house and I go on the date, I expect you to pay.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then
the same for a woman. If you ask a man out, you need to pay. You can't ask them out and then expect.
I mean,
them to pay.
it's easy to say, or it's kind to say, well, you expected to pay as well because you invited me, but I'm still expected to pay if anything goes wrong. Meaning, you invited me, I'm not gonna go empty-handed.
What?
No, you invited me. No, you invited me, and you're gonna pay, but I'm not gonna come there empty-handed. You know what I mean?
You're gonna come with like flowers or something?
No. Meaning I still have the means to provide if you don't do it, or I can still propose just to make sure that you really into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if I invite you back, coming to my dinner or my spend some time together, you expect me to pay. You can bring whatever, or you cannot. It's not really expected. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you can just show up, just like you got nothing. You're like, and then it's not gonna be a problem because this nature of providing is linked to my nature.
Yeah, it's a
you know what I mean.
Thing.
But then when we flip it on the women's side, now we have to bubble up and just discuss and see how, because the problem is the woman doesn't find a way to show their nature other ways than what it's existing, right? It's like, if I want to show you that I'm nurturing, I have to show you my cooking skills. While you can still No, that's what they say. If I show me how you're nurturing, you're gonna think about cooking right away.
No.
What are you gonna think?
That's not what I think of right away.
Yeah, what are you gonna think
of?
Then I will be able to see it, so that I can be like, just like you expect something from me, and I show you, you know, the provision part. How are you gonna show it?
Through my character. Like, Claudia, I'm telling you, like,
I'm showing something is real there outside. Like,
yeah,
okay,
provide,
I paid for this meal.
Like, you provide.
How do
and
you do
paid
that?
for the meal? Okay, but you asked me out. You told me to get ready and we're gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's your responsibility. If I told you that I'm gonna take us out today,
yeah,
I'm gonna pay because I told you that I was gonna take us out today.
I don't mind. You could pay, but that paying process is still expected from me.
Not if
it's not your nature to pay that, by the way.
Of course, it's not
my
nature to pay, but in this specific scenario, I told you I was gonna pay. I told you come out.
Yeah,
high.
because you have grown to a point to understand that sometimes it's good for me to pay or to not pay, but it's not really. You want to pay because you feel like you just want to give me pleasure, not pleasure in a sense, but you want to show me that you appreciate me, and this is good. But a scenario where a woman is strictly traditional, it's like you. Even if I invite you out, I expect you to pay. And we've been to those situations before. She brings up the idea, but expecting you to pay.
Yeah.
And we never complain about those type of situations because we know that the paying process, the provision, the providing part is linked with our nature. But then when that's what I'm asking you. Show me nurturing,
being cooking and cleaning.
No, I'm not saying it's cooking and cleaning. My point was that the women have never figured out something else to show their nurturing skills except cooking. So I'm asking you, how else can you show that you're nurturing without showing that you cook?
That's what I'm saying. Through like your life, if you look at your before and after, from before you were with me and now that you are with me, you can see development somewhere. And
how do I know you're a nurturing person? You never cooked for me.
It happened because of me.
You never cooked for me.
Okay, I don't have to cook for you to know that.
Exactly. How am I going to know you're a nurturing person?
Because you can look at the before I was in your life, and then now that I'm in your life, there's a difference.
What is the difference?
Whether that be
what is the difference? Just give me a scenario where is the difference.
Whether that be in the way that you dress, whether that be no, I'm very serious. I'm genuine. Whether that be in the way that you dress, whether that be in your character development,
way I dress,
or like there could be specifically. I know a couple.
How do you bring it up to me? Let me
give.
We're talking about you.
No. I'm exactly because I did that. I nurtured that out of you. Let me give you an example. Of a couple I actually know.
Okay.
So I know the guy and the girl. Before the guy was with the girl. And they were just like before they're now married, by the way.
Okay.
They were just boyfriend and girlfriend / fiance at a certain point.
Okay.
The guy had anger issues before.
Okay.
He would be not anger issues, but he was more susceptible to anger quicker before getting in a relationship with her. And now that has changed drastically. And I believe it is genuinely because of her. She has nurtured him in the right direction. Do you know what I mean?
So I want to understand the word nurturing first of all, because I think
can we look up the definition?
You're misusing it.
Okay.
Because nurturing is linked to, I think it's feeding or something, like taking care of someone.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm feeding good parts of yourself, like I mentioned earlier, an idea that you might have had, and I've fed you, maybe not like the idea itself, but the motivation to keep you going.
But you're missing the point.
Or like,
look, you're missing. Like the idea is there, and you're coming to nurture it.
Exactly.
But what if the idea is not there? What are you gonna nurture? Well, how are you gonna show me that you're able to nurture something?
Okay, the idea doesn't have to be there for me to nurture. Even without the idea being there, I can still motivate you. Even if it's not an idea, to have a vision of yourself, of where like I can push you to see yourself somewhere different than what you would have thought.
Yeah, but I have to be there first of all.
No, you don't.
How are you gonna nurture something that is not there?
No, you don't. You don't have to be that. That's. I feel like.
I mean, I'm here with my
already
nurture.
there. It's already there.
Yeah,
okay.
It's already
there.
there.
I see what you mean. It's there.
I'm here.
But you didn't see that before me. It was there, but you didn't see that. I nurtured that into fruition.
Yeah, but you're missing. I'm telling you that as man, I have to provide for you no matter what, protect you no matter what. You don't have protection. I bring protection. You don't have a kind of protection, and I come and make it bigger so you can protect yourself. You see what I mean? Yeah. It's like you are who you are. I am who I am, and there's things that is expected from me that I'm only bringing to the table, which is protection and provision. You bringing nurturing and caring, and maybe other stuff too. But my thing is, my question is so clear. I show you protection and provision by the things that we named here. How would you show me? Meaning I have to see it. It's not like I'm here and then you show me like, oh, look, you were here, I took you there. No.
Exactly.
It's like, this thing it's food.
Okay, then I think I think from there, if you're wanting like proof.
Yeah, no, not proof. It's like a tangible thing that we can
tangible
see
evidence.
Yeah, it's food.
Then you're just gonna have to believe me on my word. You're just gonna have to.
Can I expect it from you?
Yes, you can expect it from me, of course.
So then what? I want you to say something to those women that say, a man can cook also. What would some women that understand their nature would say? Well, if I don't want to cook, he's gonna cook himself. It's not like, meaning that if I can't protect myself, if he can't protect me, I will protect myself. You see the dynamic of things?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm bringing what I'm bringing as a man, you're bringing what you're bringing
as a woman.
As a woman, I'm expected to do 100% of it. You expected to do 100%. But when we ask you to do it, then
I think that becomes an issue.
Of
giving. I think you're gonna hate me for this.
No, go for it.
I think in that situation, then the men need to give grace. Because do you
give grace to the man for not providing and protecting?
Yes. If there's a circumstance,
you're in risk.
Hold on. If
high risk.
Not necessarily. If there's a circumstance or a situation in which he cannot provide and or protect, say, there's like a man that serves in the military. A man that serves in the military. He's away from home, so he can't protect me because he's not here. Like tangibly, if a man was to come into this house today, I can't be protected because he's not at home. Yeah. Or he just got laid off from his job. He's going to be laid off for the next 6 months. He's trying. Like, I see his effort, but he's not being able to provide because he doesn't have a job. So that is me extending grace and understanding the situation.
There are things that you expect him to do. And there's things that you understand that if he's not there, he's not going to give it. You know what I mean? It's like, you've been with this man that is going to the war, is going to the army, but you know that if he's here, I'm going to be protected. If he's not here, I'm not going to be protected because he's not here. But his protection is expected whenever he's here. You know what I mean? It's different.
So my cooking is expected.
It's expected.
Every day? Well, not every day, but like...
Your protection is expected every day too.
Okay, yeah, then I would say to those women to like... really think about what you're saying.
Yeah, because
it's a double standard. You expect the man to they probably gonna call me and pick me in the comments, chat.
Let you be a pick me.
You expect the man to be the protector and the provider.
Yeah.
At all times.
Yeah.
In all circumstances. But
especially the provider part.
Especially the provider.
But the protector something needs to happen. Yeah.
But when it comes to like cooking and cleaning or like caring, being a nurturer, I feel like I agree with you on that point, especially women in this generation of today's age. Yeah. They think that it's kind of a thing that can be switched on and off. I don't know if you saw, I saw a clip somewhere of women speaking about how they they can't be nurturers, they can't be caring because, you know, I'm a boss woman and I'm a boss in my job. I'm a CEO, and then I have to come home and switch that off. Like, how can I do that? And I'm like, who told you that you have to be aggressive in your CEO role? Who told you that you have to be a man of masculine energy in your CEO role? I'm not. C'est pas interdit de. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah, c'est pas interdit de partir et like becoming like a CEO and a boss lady. More power to you. You don't have to do that within a man's role, which I think. And you know what? I'm gonna take a leap further. And I'm going to say women of today's age have skewed what the beauty of being a woman and what is a woman. They've made it into competition with a man, which is stupid because you're never going to be a man. I'm so sorry, but God has never made it that way. You're never going to be a man. So I think that it is better to take what God has given us innately, work on that, and amplify that to 10%. Because I feel like even in places, even in situations, like, you can do so much just as a woman. You never, ever have to be a man. And even in the Bible, we see that. There were circumstances where men weren't there, and they couldn't be men. And the women within their womanly character, you didn't hear about them going and cutting their hair and having buzz cuts and having a forceful voice and all this other stuff. They were themselves. They were women, and they were feminine, and they wore with pride, and they still accomplished what needed to be accomplished.
Proud to be a woman.
Exactly. So it's not something to be shameful of. It's not something to cower away from and adapt this masculine energy, this masculine... et puis, cette histoire-là de masculine energy-là, c'est vraiment... C'est bête. C'est bête du niveau... Like, c'est vraiment bête. How can you, as a woman, try and say, oh, no, I can't be... I don't have my feminine energy. I just have masculine energy. Ma chérie, it's not it. And I'm speaking from a place of experience because I used to think like that. I used to think that, oh no, I'm just not a woman, a girl's girl. Like I'm a tomboy. I wear jeans and shorts all the time. You'll never catch me in a dress. But I'm starting to realize that God has made you a woman for a reason. And it's a beautiful thing to be a woman. Men have their place and their power, but so do women. There are things that men can do that women can't, but there are things that men can't do because they're men that women are innately able to do. And that's a powerful thing. So rest in that. Don't try and go and become a woman, and don't have a double standard either. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be you wanting a provider, but then you're not wanting the other half of
yourself.
Of what you need to be. You want a provider, but then you also want to sit in your masculine energy. C'est moi le chef de la maison. When I don't want to cook, I don't want to cook. When I don't want to clean, I don't want to clean. When I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this. Not to say that a woman's responsibilities begin and end within the cooking place and like cooking and cleaning, but when you're asking for traditional roles where a man is a provider, you have to be it is expected of you to complete that equation and be traditional and cook and clean. So
you said it so well. I think we're gonna end it right there because that was beautiful. I just I knew that you're gonna have your momentum, and I think we're gonna cut this clip for a different video. But thank you for your 2 cents. It was really beautiful. It was really helpful, and I love this conversation because we also grow. You help me grow, and I also bring some value in whatever you had before.
Of course.
And we also helping people out there. We don't know whoever's gonna watch this video. We just putting things out there for you guys to decide and to see what type of situation that you're in and decide. That's a God-given right to decide. and don't let people influence you in something that you don't want to be in. With that being said, thank you guys for being here again. Subscribe, please. Please.
Do subscribe.
Yeah, and share and like and give us a comment so we can know. You can help us to improve our topic, the way we interact and things like that. But it's always a pleasure to share those information with you guys. With that being said, I'll say thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.